All right. I have to apologize. I tried to go live on my phone, but for some reason, my lav mic, this thing right here, didn't work. And as a result, y'all were yelling at me. And you know what? That's just what happens. I got to respond to my wife. She wants me to go inside. We're going to say, I need 30 minutes and then I'm done. That's the one thing about working from home is it's tough because like I want to be with my son as much as possible. I want to be with my wife. She's here. She works from home as well, but I have to pull myself out and I have to make sure that I keep working because at the end of the day, bills don't get paid if we're not working. And part of the work is going live with y'all. So thank you for being here. I'm saying hi. Dropped a brand new Haiku reaction season 1 episode number 2. If you haven't watched it, if you're a Haiku fan and you're here and you're live right now with me, then go watch it. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, give it all the things you give to a video. Wish I had some water out here. It is hot in my garage. So this is my garage gym office. In the process right now of building a new house, and part of that new house is an epic epic gym. It's a full outbuilding. It's almost 1,000 square feet. It's got like 18-foot ceilings. That'll be in the next year, and that'll be PPA headquarters here in Canada. And I can't wait to be able to show everybody that journey because we're going to have an area where we're set up as a studio. We have all the videos. We can keep doing reactions. We can keep doing all of our great YouTube content, and then it'll allow me to do all of my coaching things in person and such and such and such. So I'm super excited about that. Looks like not a lot of people on here right now. So the 5 that are joining me currently, what's crack-a-lackin'? Striker, just saw that one. Hope you liked it. Any tips to becoming a speed jumper as a power jumper? So you have to understand too that what we're not trying to do is create one or the other, right? What we're trying to do is find out that pocket of where you fall that really benefits you as an athlete, which means that if you're a strength-based jumper, as you get better at technique and as your capacity to produce speed and support and stabilize speed goes up, what you do is you move along a spectrum. You don't go one or the other. It's like you're more one than the other. And there's some natural kind of underlying reasons why you might favor one over the other. So it's less about changing. It's more about just adapting and evolving over time. Griff, can I get that jump program? I can put the link in here for you to all of our programs, but not just in the habit of giving out free programs unless we have a giveaway and you missed our latest one and you didn't win that one. Boom. I think you can use code BOUNCE10 for 10% off. Try that out. If it doesn't work, let me know. How can I evaluate my jump on my own? You can take a video of the full approach. I recommend from the side angle, and you can do your best. Or you can leave it to a professional and invest in yourself, send it over to us and let us do it for you. But I mean, you can take some of the rudimentary concepts. It's important to understand that jump technique is not as simple as it looks, meaning it's not about trying to create something that looks the same as someone else's. What we're trying to do is mold and improve jumping behaviors, which takes a lot of time. And there's a reason why it's taken me almost 17 years of coaching to get to a point where I'm considered to be one of the best, if not the best, to do it, which is the technique and technical side of things. Just at work, got done watching your Haiku episode 2 reaction. Great as always. Appreciate that, John. Thank you very much. Love doing the reactions. I'm playing around right now with how to optimize the viewing brightness. Like obviously you'll see that the video is brought down quite a bit, but I've tried uploading in the past. And if it wasn't blurred enough, it gets snapped for copyright infringement. We want to make sure that we're obviously fueling the channel with monetizing the videos, as most people are on YouTube. So I'm trying to find that pocket. I'm bringing it up a little bit on every video and finding out where that stops. So, oh my goodness, my wife trying to entice me in. Look at, she sends me a picture of her and my boy just hanging out in the bed. She's such a guilter. All right. If you have some questions, post your questions. I'm just going to turn the heat down. Just give me a second. It is hot in here. Holy crap. Heat down. What is it? Oh my word. It is almost 80 degrees Fahrenheit in here. Come on. Come on. We'll roll that up. We'll bring out the ink. Watch out for the ink. Okay. Are depth jumps overrated? They can be. Not that they're overrated. I think that they're often overprescribed for athletes that don't necessarily need them at the level that they're performing them. There's a lot of prerequisites from a physical side of things that a depth jump requires a great deal of joint stability to be able to support it, to decelerate an athlete safely and then propel them back off the ground without really exacerbating a lot of underlying faults. Okay, so, but they can work in a program. It's just a matter of finding out where it works best. Exercises to lose fat and increase vertical. So it's less about exercises to lose fat. The composition changes really happen with nutrition. So just make sure you're getting good food, eliminating things like simple sugars, minimizing things that are, drinking high caloric intake sugar drinks, and eating good, solid, healthy, whole foods, balanced protein, carbs, fats, and working out consistently. And the body fat will come off, right? Lots of water, things like that. But exercises, you could put in some metabolic conditioning, which is essentially CrossFit-y workouts where you're performing movements in succession at a high intensity, which gets a really high metabolic effect from the body. Greetings from Germany. Hi, thanks for being here. Dankeschön. Love Germany. Been there many times, and I enjoy the people. I enjoy the food, and it's beautiful. Maybe it's hot because you're wearing a hoodie. Maybe it is hot because I'm wearing a hoodie, Jaden. Yeah, it's probably not helping. If you're figuring out how to overlay the episodes, maybe check out how I've looked at, I know Donnie and I are buddies and we talk, and I talked to him about that. He uses a different method of editing where he cuts the video at the bottom and basically it drops. I think that's a plugin. I'm trying to keep it consolidated. I like a firm border. I'm big on, obviously, with my edits. You'll see that I spend a lot of time on my edits to make sure that I think they look good, and trying to find a way to balance out looking good and obviously avoiding copyright and making sure y'all can see it at a level that you enjoy. But I appreciate the feedback. Thank you. It's hot in my room as well. That's it. Because you're supposed to say it's because I'm in there. That's right. I should have said that. Damn it. I missed my joke. Coach, I'm over here trying to watch your haiku vid, but you're here live, tearing me apart. Listen, bro. No, I'm kidding. Appreciate you being here. Be here with me now and then go watch the video. Video's there forever. It's not going anywhere. I'm here. I'm here to hang out with you. And, my wife. I'll send her a smoochy face. Nothing a good smooch emoji won't take care of, huh? All right, weird question, but have you ever had a hockey player come in for help with their jumps? Hockey players don't. Yeah, I have actually. I've worked with many hockey players over the years. So a lot of people don't realize, right? Like my background is in strength and conditioning, multiple sports. When I first started, when you first start as a trainer, and especially when I started back in, not that long ago, because I'm super young. No, almost 17 years ago. So what's that? 2003. I started 19. Yes, 19. You work with whoever you can. And that is not usually athletes out of the gate. Not a lot of athletes want to learn from a 19-year-old, right? Because you're not much older than they are, or maybe not older than them at all. But you can usually get some people in that want to get generally more fit, right? Someone that looks at you as an athlete and was like, they might know how to work out and grow. But I grew and worked with I've worked with pro golfers, tennis players, table tennis players. Who else do I have in there? Equestrian, a horse, like a jockey. Who else did I have? Like a bowler, and then obviously basketball, volleyball, track, football, the big ones. But I've done a lot over the years, and it really helped create a basis for who I am now as a coach and why I can troubleshoot so well on the fly with anybody that I have. Is I think what it does is it builds your abilities as a coach. And I think that's one of the most slept on things about trainers and coaches, especially with YouTube and Instagram, where a lot of times people are just gravitating toward like the coolest videos. And at the end of the day, a cool video doesn't make a good coach or a good trainer. And some of the young guys coming up are putting in their time. They'll get there. But people being considered experts and stuff with 2 to 5 to 8 years of experience, it just doesn't work like that. And it's unfortunate, but at the same time, I think that the people that are in the spotlight for the most part deserve that spotlight. It just pains me when I see some things arise that I would approach much differently with a different set of experience level. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm going back. There's so many comments. Love all of you, and I'm going to try to get to as many people as possible, but I have a timeline. I got to go in like 25, 30 minutes. HIIT workouts help. HIIT is, again, like, yes, some HIIT workouts can, but too much high intensity work, it can be counterproductive to what your goal is. And if your goal is to jump higher, then you obviously don't want to be doing too much of that. You want to prioritize certain parts of your physiology. Anyhow, I'm coming up. Would you consider switching over the Crunchyroll to Crunchyroll for the haiku reactions? The subtitles make more sense over there. I don't even know what that is. I'm sorry, I don't even know what that is. I got it on Netflix. They don't make sense. They made sense to me. I was watching Yuri on Ice. And do you have any tips for jumping and figure skating? Yeah, like, it's funny you say that. So I've worked with figure skaters before, and what you're really trying to do is create a lot of rotational durability, like in the joints, right? Because there's so much rotational force in jumping in skating, because you can't just, you don't see a lot of jumps that are just skating forward and jumping up, right? Everything comes off of that rotation, which is a lot of shearing forces in the joint. So you want to make sure that you're doing a lot more like single leg work, moving slowly at times to build that stiffness in and around the joints and build the strong muscles, obviously, but core strength and stability across the body and rotationally. So loading things differently, trying to perform things in a slightly unstable fashion at times to balance out traditional strength work is a huge help. But there's a lot of correlation from figure skating over to just normal jumping. And a lot of it is like the braking forces, right? That isometric potential that you need, because there's a lot of braking forces in skating. But that's awesome that you're here and you're a skater, and I hope we help. Make sure you comb through what we have as training. Lots and lots of stuff to offer, and lots of good programs that'll help you as a skater as well. All right. Sorry. Crack in my neck. Sorry. You hear the Canadian in my voice? A friend of mine who is a great jumper has told me to stop running as much because it will slow down my explosive movement. Normally, I jog or run 2 to 3 miles every other day. Yeah, I mean, that's it's pretty frequent. Like, I say, if you like running once a week for 3 to 4 miles, not going to hinder your jump that much. But running every other day a lot can, over time, diminish some of the upper end potential of your jumping abilities. But be careful who you're taking advice from. Even from someone who's good at doing something doesn't always mean they understand how they do it. And some athletes make the worst coaches. A lot of them do. Not that all of them do, but a lot of them do. Because they just were like, just do it. I can do it. Do it. Hey, coach, just want to say that if you like the dub over sub, then just watch the dub, because I believe most fans have seen the anime or read the manga, so we're just here to experience your reaction. I appreciate that, Gary the Snail. Appreciate your prompt answer, even though you're a snail. Get it? Dad joke. High five. Awkward. But yeah, I might go back to watching it in English, because there's some people I think that prefer it in English as well. And obviously, if you're an anime fan and you've seen it all the way through with subs, then you might just stick around because you just like me. And do you like me? Please validate me by hitting a thumb. Opinion on single leg exercises strengthening weaker block leg versus 2-legged squats and plyos. Number one is don't use something versus something else. Like, there's a place in training for everything, but single leg exercises are exceptionally important. And we do a lot of single limb loading in general, and to encourage a lot of that stability required to translate a lot of the forces that you produce in jumping. So you're going to balance your body. You're going to train the body almost entirely equal, including patterning your technique on both sides to kind of create that complete balanced jumping body. What's my favorite dunk? Oh, my favorite. I mean, like the specific dunk or like the type of dunk? Type of dunk, I always just like a big slingshot. I like when excuse me, I had a shawarma earlier and I was burping. You bring the ball way, way back, right? Like hooking like a slingshot. And that was, I mean, selfishly, that was one of my best dunks. But I like it. It's powerful. It's stylistic. And it's nice because a lot of people can do it now and you can really compare the styles. So it's pretty cool. I'm a swimmer, so jumps are kind of important for starts. Any tips on where to start? Well, you're going to start from the start and you're going to go in the water and you're going to swim. And then, but to get power off the block, with swimming, there's like a slight stagger, if I'm not mistaken, and you're in a fairly low position. It's going to be a lot of like concentric power. So static start plyometrics in combination with high velocity, moderate load weight exercises. So getting things in that like 20 to 40% of your 1 rep max and just moving them, except like trap bar jumps would be good for you. You could even slightly stagger your stance for a trap bar jump and mimic that block start. So start there. We have a lot of great programs that help you out as well. Question: when going for a maximal jump, do you brace your core similar? No, you don't. You can't. You won't even be able to. From a standing jump, you could use more of that Valsalva breathing technique. Load the jump, explode, exhale your air. But on a full max approach, if you hold your breath, a lot of times what it does is it creates a stiffer environment and you don't get a lot of natural kind of rhythm and swag to your jump, and you lose a lot of that natural explosive potential. Any common tips to improve your jump? Common tips, like something you might have heard before or things that are important, because I think there's a lot of things that are important that people don't talk about because most people are like, I don't think that's important, but it is. And I'm telling you as someone that not only coaches it professionally full-time as my career, but someone who in my prime had a 48-inch vertical. I was a national level track and field athlete, played volleyball at a very high level, beach volleyball. I understand jumping very well. And one of the things I know about jumping is that what builds a better jumper is a consistent effort, which means that you're not going crazy thinking that you're just trying to improve your vertical for like 2 months down the road. You're working to become the best athlete you possibly can. And as a result, your jump goes up because you've made smart decisions in the weight room. You've made smart decisions in the kitchen, and you've made more smart decisions than the person next to you, which is why you're better than them at the end. So that's what my tip would be, is try not to focus too much on like the specifics of like every exercise by going to channel to channel to channel and being like, what's the best exercise? What's the best exercise? Because you know who doesn't do that? Everybody that's really good. And it's not to say that you won't become good. It's just that mentality of like, I need the best now and the best now and the best now. While it makes sense theoretically, what it does is it puts you in a position where you're not actually doing much. You're just kind of searching for what you think is good. And if you knew what was good, right? If you, then it'd already be done. So find someone that you trust, find programs that you trust, and just be an athlete, right? Learn through the process of being an athlete, which is find someone who can help navigate you. You know, long distance runner does kill your fast twitch muscles. You try adding sprints. It definitely does at a high level. Running is good. I like to use running, and some uphill sprints and tempo runs on grass are good for building the tendon stiffness and durability, just those like repetitive contacts, things like that. I train power with weights on Monday, Wednesday. I do plyometrics and do strength. I also do upper body on Tuesday and Thursday. I play basketball on Saturdays. It's too much. Don't know. I don't know, person to person, that you can tolerate a lot more, a lot less. If you feel good on this protocol, then continue with it, but you're going to make sure you want to adapt and change over time. Hello, Frave. What's cracking? Pizza's cool. Pizza's cool. Smiley face to you too. Question: do you need to be a dad to do dad jokes? Freak no. No, you don't. Dad jokes it's a lifestyle. It really is. I feel like I have no other choice. Like when people say things and my brain just like associates words to things, and then I'm like, words, and they're like, you're cringe. And then I'm like, high five. I'm a kind of just a weird guy in general. And I like that YouTube, I think, is giving me this platform to just completely be my absolute self. Not that like who I am through Instagram and the coach on clips isn't who I am, because that's absolutely who I am. But when you're with me for any length of time, this part of me just comes out because that's just how things work when you spend time with people. Coming down the question row, words are hard. Thoughts on knees over toes splits and squats? There's absolutely a place for knee over toe squatting and split squats. The body explores that range of motion quite often in sports, so I think it's important to condition that range of motion. I think that the excitement and popularity of knees over toes training in the last couple of years overshadows the fact that it's existed for a long time. We've been doing knee over toe variations for 15 to 20 years. And it's something where I think it's becoming popularized, which is awesome, but it's not new. It's not new. And it's definitely, when progressed properly, it makes a lot of sense. Crunchyroll is a website like Netflix, but you don't have to pay, and it's translated by better people. Like, just like better people overall, like ethically. I got you. Anime streaming service. Netflix subs are okay for haiku, notoriously bad in general. They just tend to be contextless. Front row will be called Vanguard. But it's high class. All right, I'll check it out. Crunchyroll, I will check out. Crunchyroll. I'm gonna write that down. I had sushi last night, and I'm pretty certain I ordered 2 or 3 Crunchyrolls. I'm writing it in caps letters, so you know it's super serious. Crunchy. Almost wrote crunch roll, which is, I think, what I ordered yesterday. I'm coming over here. Okay, do you know the anime Slam Dunk? I do not. Okay. I'm still say the sub is far better, and it's about the quality of the voice acting. I get it. Like, I understand the draw to it as a diehard fan, and I'm not coming in and trying to be like, take advantage of it. It seems like that. I've been asked to do this for a long, long time, and I have a lot of friends who are into this show. And I think it was just that I'm new to anime in general, so I wanted to ease it in. I wanted to, lube up the effort a little bit. Okay. Same for most shows. Generally, original VAs are generally better. Okay. Got you. I'm coming up here. Hi, coach. Sorry for the grammatical mistake. I'm a volleyball player, 6'6", and barely get my wrist above the basketball rim. Now, in times of Corona, which kind of exercises can I do to jump better? We actually have a really great selection of body weight and bands training programs that you can do at home, and that have helped a lot of people out during COVID times. And what I'll do is I'm going to post a link in here to our store and a code for 10% off. And I want you all to go and our programs start at $9. They're like $9 through $39. So you can all afford it, because that's why we did it. These programs used to be almost $100 a piece. Code, I'm pretty sure it's bounce 10. I hope it works. Are those leg workout videos on YouTube a good solution, or I need to look out for jump training specifically? Jump training really is just athletic training with a slight bias toward jumping, which means that it's got strength, power. It's got elements of stability, and son of a dink. 1 second here. Shh. My wife's calling me on FaceTime. Hello.
Who's that? Oh, you flipped it.
Guess what?
Oh, who's that?
Say hi to YouTube. Say hi to YouTube.
Wait, what are you doing?
Say, Daddy's live with people on YouTube. That's Jordan right there. Buddy, what are you doing? I like your eyeball. He's showing me his eyeballs right now. And that's Kelly.
I'm not sure what you're saying.
I'll be in shortly, babe.
Okay, so you're just calling to say hi.
All right, love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Say bye, Daddy.
Bye, buddy. Well, that was cute. That was cute and nice. Love it. Okay. I'm an opposite hitter, so I am cool. Yeah, you are. I was a right side hitter. Frave cool. What are your opinions about? Whoa, where did I go here? Holy crap. There are so many questions. I love it, but I also don't know where. Okay, what are my opinions about the haiku character so far? Do you know any real life players that are yeah, I relate a lot to Hinata. Not like so much the kind of like spastic kind of nerdy energy. Not that like I'm a nerd, but like I didn't have that same energy. But the drive to like constantly want to do better and to learn and to take opportunities to jump in, like how he reacted to an open empty gym is like exactly how I reacted to it. So I'm starting to understand and learn them all. It's cool the dynamic that we're seeing start to form between Kagayama and Hinata. You can tell that like the fire they have against each other right now is really going to turn out to be like a super strong friendship from what I gather. Okay, I agree. You should watch the show however you find more enjoyable. Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate that. Much love. You mentioned that improving a jump is a byproduct of becoming a great athlete, but I always thought that I shouldn't train my upper body as much as my lower because it could weigh me down. Free runner 105? No, not at all. Unfortunately, that is like a massive myth about jump training, that it's like jumping is not just legs and core, right? Your arms and shoulders are so involved in jumping. It's super complex. Your back produces so much force into the ground to create what we call like an impulse from the ground. Upper body training is important. You don't want to sit there and necessarily body build. I think like when people think upper body training, they think like I'm just benching and doing like dumbbell flies. Like there's so many more things to consider with upper body training, and your upper body gets workout through so many different types of stimulus, which is things that get it to activate. So no, our programs are built out to like improve your whole body function. Like when you look at a good jumper, they're pretty consistent top to bottom, right? Fairly muscled and lean. For the most part, I wasn't a super lean jumper, but I jumped well, but strong, very strong. Okay. Set me a ball, please. Great answer, boss Ty. Thanks, Peter. Not sure what answer you're referring to, but I did my best. By the way, what you mentioned earlier about self-discipline and haiku, the anime doesn't mention it, but the manga does. The importance of routines, taking care of your health and what you do. And that's, I think, why I'm connecting to the show a bit, is because it really is laying out the foundation of what it is to be an athlete and fall in love with something and follow the passion, and then what's required beyond just the physical elements. And I can see that. That's why I'm super intrigued by this show. So that's pretty neat. Coach, I feel like I'm bouncy before I'm tired, but how do I keep that explosiveness and plyometrics when I start getting gassed? Frisbee player here. Hey, Frisbee player Adrian. Keeping your explosiveness over time is an endurance element, which is going to be something like introducing reps of explosive behavior into your training while fatigued, just to increase your capacity, your work capacity. So maybe some more high intensity interval elements into your workouts would help you out in that regard, because it puts you in a more exhaustive state. And if you're doing something like lifting some sort of weight under fatigue, controlled with good form, then you're going to learn how to produce force under fatigue. Hey from Brazil. Hey from Canada to Brazil. High five. Appreciate your catering to your audience, Coach. We will check out your organic content for the support. I appreciate that too, Derek. My gateway to people, if it's haiku, I like it, right? If it gets people in and it helps them learn, like my ultimate goal is to find a medium that helps me make change and also entertain, obviously, along the way. I think it's important that people are laughing and happy and uplifted in times like this, when there's a little less going on in the world and more going on in areas that we don't need it. So if I can do my best to, to try my hardest, then I will. And I appreciate you. And check out all of our content. I do a lot. There's a lot in there, a lot of like long form coaching content where I'm mic'd up and working with athletes in person. We have a whole series on a backyard vertical jump overhaul for a volleyball athlete. You get like 5 or 6 parts where you get to see like long videos of me just hanging out and coaching athletes. 1 second here. Sorry, my wife just asked me a question. Okay, sorry, I'm just sending her something real quick. You're not losing it. I'm going to be on here with you. Okay, sorry. Boom. I'm back. Hope you're all right. I think I saw a question about triphasic training, which is different elements of muscle contraction, iso, eccentric, concentric, on helping you jump higher. It's important to include all of those stimulus in your protocol to make sure that you're creating a well-balanced athlete. That's just the case. So we're a fan of it. If you enjoy the methodology in its full robust sense, then go for it. I'm coming down here. Triphasic. Brazil, what's up, Brazil? Coach, how are you? I am well. It is 5 o'clock my time right now. Haven't seen my son a lot today. I'm excited to go inside. I'm super excited to be here with you as well. Obviously, I haven't left, and I feel good. Generally, my muscles feel nice. I feel pumped for my workout earlier. I got a workout in. Feel good. I'm 36, but I feel no lie, I don't feel a day over 35. Dad joke. See, you can do them whenever you want. All right. Thank you for the question. You don't need to look at Crunchyroll. Okay, make up your minds. Someone's like, Crunchyroll. And they're like, no, those are the worst rolls. All right. Okay, thank you for replying. You're welcome, Eddie. Derek, my jumping for volleyball has taken a dive because of COVID. Well, we can help you out. We got a lot of programs for that. Just Caswell. What? Really? Just Caswell? He has a wife that's gay? Really? Grow up. Jessica Cochran. The baby. Yes. Baby Jordan. My little man. Check out this picture. Let me show you this picture real quick. My wife took this the other day. It's so great. I mean, I'm like bragging about my son. Actually, I posted it as well on my Instagram channel. No, I didn't. Son of a bee. You can follow me on Instagram if you want. If you so please, you can follow us at Project Pure Athlete if you already don't, or you can follow me at Jump Guy Ty. You can follow my training. I post like my training stuff. I'm trying to find a picture for everybody here. Just give me a. This is my little homie from. We were out snowing, and check out straight he's like a baby model. No word of a lie. Look at the face. Look at the little baby Jordan jumper. Check out those great hands. Those are mine. But this kid, I'm telling you, this kid is just. I'm in love. Okay. At what height do you think it's easiest to jump serve? I think jump serve is relative to your height. I don't think any height makes it easier to jump serve. I guess you're talking about angle over the net. I don't know, over 6 feet. I didn't really jump serve all that often. I could. I prefer to jump float. I like to place it and play around a little bit. And then I used to do a jump serve with a really hard cut on it, which was nice. Is it normal for my hips to hurt when I change a position on my block foot? Yeah, I mean, if you're changing it dramatically and putting a lot of force in and you don't have strong enough hips, you can be putting a lot of force into the hip capsule. So be cautious. When you turn your block foot in, you also have to subsequently turn the plant foot out just a little bit, square your hips up. How far do you stand from the end line to do a jump float serve? I did a very short approach jump float, maybe 4 to 6 feet, just so I could basically do a push punch off the ground with a nice little float. I did a short approach. I've seen longer ones too, but you find what's comfortable for you. Hey, Jose. Striker, it's awesome to see how Hinata gets better and progresses throughout the anime. That's what I'm excited for, is you really get introduced to a character from the get-go, and you get to see his rise. So that's really neat. So I'm 173 centimeters, not really that fit. Just ran 9 kilometers 1 hour and do some body weight exercise. I tried to jump using YouTube videos. I think what you need to do, this is Yukio, running once a week 9 kilometers and then doing some body weight exercises is better than nothing. Trust me. What I would recommend is finding a program, something you can follow. And we have plenty of those and they're quite affordable. But what it's going to do is help you avoid mistakes. And by mistakes, I mean programming unnecessary things and doing things that could potentially send you in the opposite direction of what your goals are. We have many, many years of experience as coaches and as athletes so that we can kind of expedite that process for you. I enjoy the series because I'm a short middle blocker at 5'8". There we go. Perfect. I played right side and subbed in as middle sometimes. I'm only 6'1", but obviously with jumping ability, I was able to manage as a middle a little bit as well. You think I can jump higher? I think everybody can jump higher. You could just stick with Netflix over, okay, thank you, over CR. You shorten that Crunchyroll right down. You do that, right? We made the alphabet. We'll be in control of how we use it. Does it even make sense to block with your foot when you jump serve or back row attack, since you are supposed to jump into the field near the net? You still need to block, right? Because you need to redirect force. And you don't need to like fly right through the takeoff in order to do an effective jump serve. And you can still cover distance with good positions and a strong block, but just when you would time that block. Do you have Discord? I'm not even certain what Discord is. Sorry, I don't know what that is. I'm like, you can see that I'm fairly new to this, but teach me your ways. What is Discord? I thought it read dessert, and then I realized below, hello from a desert. And I was like, do you have a dessert? And I was like, I could go for a dessert. I'm really happy that you're reacting to Haikyuu. I'm really happy that you, Lambo, are here reacting to me talking about reacting to Haikyuu. Bars. I'm new to my team and I didn't know what position to play, and I got outside hitter. Any tips? Yeah, practice a lot and be patient. Don't get down on yourself. It's going to take some time to learn. I recommend as an outside hitter that you perfect the art of jumping behind the scenes as well. So working on some jump technique elements will help you be a better attacker, because you won't learn to jump as a result of attacking, and it'll teach you better skill set. And then you'll learn how to be patient on waiting for a set, not rushing your approach so that you slow down and ultimately don't hit as hard. So good luck. How much sleep should I per day? I've heard that sleeping is a part of working out, but I don't know how much I should sleep. Sleeping is super important for recovery, and recovery is how you make progress, right? The workout itself isn't guaranteed to give you as many gains as you put in, right? You have to do things to support it. You have to, it's like you're growing a flower, right? You can plant the flower and put it in the dark room and it might grow, it might not grow. Or you can put it in the sun and you can give it some water and good food. And it's all these things that we do to nurture the flower that make the difference. So nurture your flower, pour water on your stem. That could be taken wrong. Be careful. Italy in the house. Throw me that pizza and pasta life. I love it. I love it. I had pizza in Italy. It was splendiferous. It was splendiferous. Will you make another Nishida video? Yeah, we will. We got videos coming up that look at the top 10 monsters of vertical jump. We're gonna go over that video and break it down. That'll be coming out next week. 7 hours optimal in general. It could be, get at least 7 hours for sure. I found through the Haikyuu videos, but I subscribed after I saw some of your other videos. I'm looking forward to jumping higher. Techers, thanks for your love and support. Sabur's here. Yes, it is a live stream. You are correct, my friend. I noticed the top level volleyball players will drop their right arm early to begin the hitting motion instead of throwing both arms up. Does this hurt vertical, or is the jump just different? Really what the arm swing is trying to do is create a bit of a downward strike with the block, but dropping that right arm so you can pull it back for the attack early is okay, as long as you're striking hard with the other hand. I'd still recommend like using that strike to bring you up into that kind of loading position. I think like if you watch someone like Ben Patch hit, boom, brings it up, he uses that kind of like rhythm, and then you lose less energy. But this year I started thinking that I'm not very different from professional players and I'm not overthinking. Wow, you're a pro in the house. Baby Jordan looking fresh. He's so fresh. He's better dressed than I am all the time. I'm one of the coaches and the setter of my team. Last month we played beach volleyball. I enjoyed very much that. Expect hug from Portugal. Appreciate your comment from Portugal, and good luck with coaching and obviously playing. Fall in love with the sport, and everything's up from there. All right. It would be great if you could bring your brand into Haikyuu Reacts by showing the jumping. So I have actually. If you watch some of my earlier reactions to like the compilations, I do a couple little breakdowns in there, but you're completely correct. The hard part with doing it this way is I don't have my animation tool to go over top of it because I'm reacting on my computer and I can't animate onto my computer. So I'll talk a little bit more about jumping as it starts to appear more and more in the show. Alexander, you don't need a court to play volleyball. Find a wall, start peppering, get your hands and your forearms right. Put that work in. How long was your peak phase going for a PR during your prime? I mean, I would live in some peaking phases for a while I was competing, but they vary anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks, depending on what I was doing. Also, the reason everyone wants V-ball YouTubers to take the haiku journey is that the reason a lot of us got into volleyball in the first place. It's correct. And I think that's why it resonates with me, is because I've played on volleyball and did track and field, and I was a pro dunker. I've done a lot of things at a high level, but you start to recognize your journey within the show. And I think it's really fun to chronicle that. So Discord is an app where people talk to each other. You mean like Zoom? I'll look into it. Is that I see. Okay, it's probably it's like audio shit. Okay, I will look into that if that's something that you want to. Oh, I can be closer to you. All right, I'm just easing in. Okay, I don't want to be overwhelmed too much by haiku because my knowledge isn't there yet. So I'm doing my best. Got you. Play volleyball without a team. Hopefully, I'll find one too, and I hope you find one too, Alicia. You just need to find some training, get after it, and be patient and grow with time, get better at the game, play the game more. There's not a lot of shortcuts, right? Just being better is embracing the journey and committing to the fact that at times you'll feel out of place and at times you'll feel like things are difficult. And that's all part of building a strong, resilient, powerful athlete. Can someone massage my feet? Well, on that note, I'm out. I have to be out anyway. So I appreciate you being here for this live. This was fun, spontaneous. I'm going to go in and spend time with little J-Man, little Jordan, and my lovely wife, Kelly. In the meantime, watch all the videos on here. Leave a like on every single one. Comment on every single one. Spend all of your time on here. I'm kidding. Do what you want. Have fun. Much love. Appreciate you all from the bottom of my drinking glass. Boom.